professional for the last 28 years. I've been actively participating in project management and design consulting and strategy consulting for real estate clients. Currently, I'm working for Ecofirst Services Limited, which is a Tata Consulting Engineers Enterprise. I am the Senior Vice President leading strategy and innovation at Ecofirst currently. Thank you. Okay, so my first inspiration came from a book called The World is Flat, which was authored by Thomas Friedman, and I had read this book somewhere in the year 2000, when he actually described the journey, how the world will evolve in the field of sustainability across various sectors and industries where the focus will be. And that got me going. So I already had around 10 years of project management experience by that time. And then it set me thinking that what will happen if we were to go to this new sustainability world which is being prescribed by Thomas Friedman. And I slowly picked up the threads and I started my journey towards achieving greater and greater accreditations in the field of sustainability, learning more about building physics, learning more about the applications of sustainability in new areas of real estate across various assets, whether it be hospitality, whether it be hotels, whether it be buildings. We also actually became a co-founding member of Indian Green Building Council way back in 2005. That also helped us to take the journey ahead really fast, because we were all like-minded professionals trying to achieve the next level of sustainability goals in the transformation of the Indian built environment sector. So that helped us to actually accelerate the journey faster. If I was to trace the last 2 decades across the client journeys of across sustainability, I would say initially everyone was inquisitive and yet not aware how the sustainable development, whether it be in the form of ratings or whether it be in the form of true sustainability principles, how it will evolve. If you see, India traditionally or historically was the region which built sustainably through local materials, using the 5 elements. So we had at some point of time during the 1990s and 2000s forgot about it. So our journey was made simpler by actually creating that awareness across the various clients. So it has taken us almost 2 decades to reach here. The principle was sustainability will cost more and more, but over the years we realized, as we did more and more projects for our clients while at Ecofirst, we realized that sustainability doesn't cost more if it is integrated during the first stages of the design, during the concept stages, whether it be a hotel or a hospital or a commercial building or a green home. The premium which needs to be paid is hardly anything. Plus, over the years, the government has supported this movement by incentivizing it in various forms, whether it be property tax reductions, whether it be extra FAR. So that has helped to increase the client awareness. And I would say right now, the top tier of the real estate sector across various multiple asset types have adopted to sustainability, but the goal is to reach higher and higher, to reach the bottom of the pyramid, to reach at the lowest level. So that is a journey which we, along with the various stakeholders in the real estate sector, want to do. So we've designed quite a few net zero buildings, whether it be design stage or it be for operational stage for our clients. And what we find is that initially the journey was really difficult because there were a lot of stakeholder interactions, interventions needed. For example, there was no off-site green energy possible, no green tariff existed. But as the awareness improved, as the government also started taking that in the agenda, as the government also put that on the agenda, what we realized is that they started putting more and more at the central level, more and more force was put on the state governments to actually incorporate these measures. So a true net zero building would look like this: is in a commercial building, all the commercial power requirement is being met with a renewable energy resource. Now, as we all know, in India, commercial buildings have limited roof area, so that the on-site solar PV integration hardly becomes a minuscule percentage, hardly 5%, but the remaining 95% has to be brought in from an off-site resource. Now, various state governments have incentivized this with the availability of wheeling into the grid through off-site renewable energy production. Also, many state governments, many utility companies, many distribution companies have actually now promoted green tariff. So where they are procuring green power independently under their renewable power obligations called RPO, and they are supplying it to the consumer. So for example, I would state my own example. My entire home runs on green energy. I have an electric car which gets charged on green energy, which is supplied through green tariff from the power supply company. So these are some of the areas how net zero would look like. Now, there were many myths that this cannot be done, but over the years what we have realized is that through specific benchmarking case studies, we have showcased it to the world. At Ecofirst, it has been our prime motive, that prime mission, that how we can integrate various interventions for net zero commissioning. So that has been a success story over the past few years, whether it be net zero energy, net zero water being another area, net zero waste is the third area, and now many real estate clients want to certify their buildings under net zero carbon. So that is the next initiative which we are working on. Now workplaces are evolving to the next level. If I was to talk about a breakthrough technology in terms of net zero, so I would say that the options are wide open. First is try to reduce your specific energy consumption by integrating IoT AI based smart systems. So there are benchmarking processes available. Vital, which is a rating which has been launched by INBAC, it actually gives the benchmarks how to do that. So reduce the specific energy consumption by tracking it through an IoT based smart system, and then go on looking at the numbers. You can decide how you can become operational net zero. So the rest of the units after reduction, you can either tie in with a green tariff through a off-site renewable energy, or green tariff through a power purchase agreement from an off-site renewable energy plant, or through green tariff from the local distribution company. So this becomes an innovation as far as net zero energy goes. Now, if I was to talk about health and well-being practices, COVID showed us that indoor air quality is really important, and we paid very less attention pre-COVID days. So now more and more technology-based interventions are available where we can track the indoor air quality and take corrective actions, take steps and interventions to actually improve the air quality, whether it be variable air volume, air purification process through various stages of filtration, or it be improvement of the other areas. We will redo this again.
So just cut that last part.
Okay, तो आपको पता चलेगा ना?
हाँ.
Okay, done. So these are some of the areas. These are some of the areas where we can have multiple interventions through the use of IoT-based AI sensors, IoT-based AI smart system, which will help us to actually go to the next step. is that certification is only a pathway. True results actually shows up when you adopt all the operational efficiencies, all the recommended measures which lead us to the pathway. So I would say it is just a byproduct of actually taking up all the sustainability interventions, whether it be across energy, materials, water, waste, management best practices. So once you have the entire bouquet in place, then automatically it becomes easy for certification. Over the years, certification has gained success because now people are looking for tangible results certified by third party. So whether it be IGBC, LEED, GRA, Vital, these are some of the rating agencies who come and certify your journey of sustainability. They audit the results and they give you the certificates depending, they give you the rating depending on the scores, and thus certification plays an important role. As we go ahead in the journey of sustainability and the journey of net zero, it will become more and more important that we measure everything, whether it be our embodied carbon, whether it be our operational carbon, and then we audit it via a third party. Then only it will be verified. More and more companies, organizations, the top 500 or top 1000 companies which are listed now have to mandatorily report under a rating, under a system called BRSR, which is Integrated Business Reporting and Sustainability Reporting. So it is wonderful to actually measure all your results and get it third party verified through these various rating agencies. Hence, it is a very cohesive ecosystem which has been created. You start with true sustainability principles, you measure your progress, you track your progress, you audit it with third party certifications, and then you report it for your disclosures in your integrated reporting. So this is the entire journey of your sustainability vision getting implemented over the years. Why it will be important is because as India moves towards a net zero economy, we will have to work hand in hand along with the government authorities to go to the next level. So it is important to create a baseline. So hence measurement becomes important. Say for example, if a big corporate wants to actually move towards transition towards a net zero journey, whether it be their energy, water, waste, they will have to declare a baseline year. So for example, say a baseline year of 2020. So 2020 becomes the baseline year where we start measuring the numbers, and from there on you keep on having multiple interventions. So what we have seen is that if we want to change the entire ecosystem or the entire workplace environment, there is a role for multiple stakeholders. So not only designers, but platforms like ORGATEC, who are actually trying to bring in all the stakeholders together to create that awareness towards sustainable design of workplaces, can play a very important role. So it is acting like a catalyst that you are bringing all the resources in one roof during the event and trying to create that awareness of how best practices around sustainability and other interventions can lead to a happier and a healthier workplace. So as I said, India is now moving towards a net zero economy. As we become the fourth largest economy in the world because of our GDP numbers, so soon we have done commitments that 2040 we will become net zero, and then 2070 net zero carbon. So if we have to make this journey successful, every stakeholder who's playing an important role in the economy has to participate in that. So there is never a later time which is required to actually start your sustainability journey. The time is actually now, because more and more as you progress ahead, the world standards will keep on rising, and the entire ecosystem, the supply chain, downstream or upstream, now needs to evolve to the next level towards net zero. So this has been our experience working with many big corporate clients, and we see that they are not only working downstream but also upstream. So right from the time the material is extracted to production to the end of useful life, people want to track their journey now across the various cycles. So this has been an important learning, and we see that as we go to the next level within the next few years, every small enterprise will also have to need to declare their entire carbon disclosures, so which will lead us to the successful net zero implementation.